Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and thanks for listening to the Weekly Nerd Podcast. Welcome. We are back. This is episode 1 of season 2. So if you haven't listened to all of season 1, it doesn't matter because it's not like this builds on itself. So,
it's actually true.
But welcome.
But it's all connected in one big universe, and you want to know what all happened.
Speaking of big universes, we're going to talk about that today a little bit. We are happy to be back. As always, we have David Drucker here today.
Hello.
We have myself, Sam Brush, here today. What up? And we have Tony Kaz today.
Yo, yo!
Zach is not with us again, not because he's fired. Although this is like the 3rd or 4th podcast in a row he's not here. But he's not here today because Clark Summit University is not yet back in session. And he won't be here next week either, I don't believe.
We could send Zach to go help Tony Stark.
That's it. We sent Zach to go help Tony Stark. We sent him off with nothing but himself to just say, go help Tony Stark.
No food, no oxygen.
No, honestly,
no spaceship.
Honestly, do you think Zach would pass NASA qualifications?
No.
Not with that big nose.
But so he'll be back soon. But we took off. We took 2.5 weeks off, 3 weeks off, whatever it is, and we're back rocking and rolling with you guys. Some new tech, so hopefully you hear us a little bit better, a little bit clearer, a little bit nicer.
And for those of you watching, we have a new camera now.
Yeah. So
featuring
we have
it's 1080p and HD quality. So
and so you get to see Drucker's ugly mug.
That's
and
true.
the need for a haircut because he has
Badly.
one.
yes.
Let's jump right in. Let's start off with this topic. I think it's the simplest of the ones we're going to talk about. Drucker pointed this out. I don't know where you read this, so you can go into it. At least you're the one that pointed it out to me. That apparently no content, trailer, anything like that for Endgame is going to show anything more than the first 15 minutes of the film.
Yes.
Correct? Now, where did you read this? What was going on?
I saw it on a variety of sites. I posted an article on our page from comicbook.com. It was an article with Kevin Feige on the red carpet for, I think, the Golden Globe Awards. They were asking him questions about Captain Marvel and about Avengers Endgame. And he said that the marketing for Avengers Endgame won't feature anything past the first 20 minutes of the movie.
20 minutes, okay.
So a couple months back when they said that the marketing campaign would be different for Avengers Endgame, I wonder if that's what they meant, that they're not showing anything later in the movie. But that fascinated me because I'm happy we won't know very much going into the movie.
See, here's the thing. I don't buy it because I think we've already seen something that's past the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. Because I think in the first trailer, that scene with Cap in his Winter Soldier uniform on what appears to be a Quinjet with Black Widow. And it's the scene where he's like, it's got to work, and because if it doesn't, I don't know. I think that's already past the first 15 minutes. Now, I don't think it's past the first act of the movie. I'm not saying it's second act, third act. I don't think it's the thing that will ultimately defeat Thanos and win the day.
It might be within a half hour.
See, that's true, because what is this movie? About 3 hours? Is that what they're...
It's probably going to be about 3 hours.
So let's say, obviously we don't know the script, but let's say the first hour is Act 1, second hour is Act 2, third hour is Act 3.
So by that point you would have, in theory, resolved everything with the characters' emotions of what just happened.
Right.
And they've come up with some sort of plan by now of what they're going to do.
Because what they've got to do to get to that scene is leave Wakanda, deal with the aftermath of things Wakanda, leave Wakanda.
Well,
he has to go to wherever his suit is.
Well, I do think it takes place after that Wakanda scene.
Well, right.
So I'm going to say maybe, I don't think it's going to be like a time jump, but like a week or a couple
I think
days.
it's going to take a half hour, 45 minutes to get to tell the story well enough to get to a scene like that.
Right. But I think it's only like a couple days' time has passed. And so they're not, you don't have to show them leaving Wakanda. They're just processing everything that just happened.
And it's not a huge deal, but it is a big deal because, let's be honest, even for Infinity War, we got in trailers like the Wakanda fight scenes and stuff like that, like bits and pieces of it. So we have already seen in every movie, including Captain Marvel, we have seen things that take place throughout the movie. I mean, we don't know that 100% for Captain Marvel, but I think we can assume. And we're going to talk about the new trailer that came out yesterday a little bit later on, so stay tuned for that. That's one of the topics we're going to talk about. What do you think, Tony, about this whole 15-minute, 20-minute, call it right around there thing?
Well, let me start out that they actually confirmed that the movie is going to be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And wow,
I am okay with that.
I'm awesome.
I'm all in.
All in for it.
Hook a catheter up to me in the movie theater and let's get rocking and rolling.
A butter bag and a catheter. I'm set. I mean, what more can you say? It's going to be an epic movie.
Oh, yeah.
3 hours long. Are they going to show more than the first 15 minutes for the trailer? Probably not. You know what? And who cares? Like,
Well, right, it really doesn't matter.
You have such an epic movie that I believe on Netflix is in the millions of watches right now.
For Infinity War. I've
War.
watched it 3 or 4 times myself since it came out.
Yeah. I've actually watched it 4 times myself.
Like,
As well.
who cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, crap, I need something to watch. Oh, my heart, Infinity
Yeah.
War. Click.
Make sure you bring in a pack of donuts and your own potty chair for when you're sitting there 3 hours.
And you'll die of a heart attack before the snap, or you'll get snapped.
Here's a question. Here's a random question. Should we,
wear diapers.
as
yes.
no,
The question is the answer is yes.
as weekly nerders, should we hold a Marvel MCU movie marathon and live stream it, watching
If we could do that, I would love to do that.
all the movies?
Yeah.
It would have to be on like a Saturday, and we would just
That'd be a
watch
challenge, but we could-
movies.
we could push
How
it.
many hours of movies are there? Because what are there? 19, including
And you're
Infinity
assuming
War.
each
We
one's
don't
2
have.
hours?
Let's not count. Like, I don't care about seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp again. Like, we could count it all the way up to, and we don't need to watch Captain Marvel because we will have just watched that, and it won't be in theater. It'll still be in, well, maybe not in theaters, but it won't be in.
Right.
We won't have access to it. But if we watched every movie from Iron Man 1 up through Infinity War.
18, 19 movies.
That's
so-
19 movies.
That's
Call it
19
two.
movies,
We
yeah.
would need 2 days
Yes.
Straight.
and a lot of food
Yeah.
and catheters.
Yeah.
And oxygen.
And,
Stephanie Condra has already offered to make weekly nerd diapers for us. So they're going to be official
so
merch.
that we crap in them?
We're not even going to the bathroom.
Who needs to get up to go to the bathroom? You can
No,
just
but
go.
for real, if
You've
you
seen
would,
the movie 50 times. Okay.
we could do a watch party. Like, you all watch it with us and stuff like that. It'd be an interesting idea. It probably won't actually happen,
Some
but it'd be
legal
an interesting.
things with like actually showing it.
Well, we wouldn't show it.
Right.
It wouldn't be a watch party where we show it on
Right.
screen. It's just other people would be watching wherever they are. They'd be watching with us, and we'd be watching it, and we'd be crying and laughing and pooping and eating and drinking and peeing, and it would be a great
That
time.
could work. That'd be fun.
It would be a great idea. 15 minutes. I don't buy it because I think we've already seen it. I don't think we've seen more than 45 minutes into it. But
Well, I cannot wait for this movie. I think this might be my most
Anticipated
definitely is.
movie.
My most anticipated release.
of all time,
This actually goes with my question that I posted also on Facebook Live. What is your most anticipated movie of 2019?
It's Avengers.
And it definitely needs to be Avengers before Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
So
Captain Marvel doesn't
for
come
my
close.
my 4 choices
Right.
were actually Captain Marvel, Endgame, the Joker movie, and Star Wars.
I'm not
9
excited
or
for
whatever.
Star Wars
But, well, I
episode
had to put it up there because
Right.
it was 4
But
choices. But
no. Everything I hear at Endgame, and I watched Infinity War last week. I watched it for New Year's Eve.
I think you're all wrong because Frozen 2 comes out.
oh yeah,
So
yeah, we're all going to that.
Just let it go.
We're in.
Let it go.
We're in. Also, Men in Black 3 International, which that trailer looked
You know what?
incredible.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
That movie looks great. I am so
Stop
in.
it.
There are a ton of movies coming.
There really is a ton of
Ton of
movies.
Disney stuff. Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman 2,
which I didn't see listed here.
It's coming out, I think, in November.
Yeah,
Not
Secret World of Pets,
Shazam,
Shazam,
Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
No, Far From Home is this
Yep,
summer.
Far From Home.
Glass, which
Dark
if you
Phoenix.
have watched the first 2 in that, you might be excited
Unbreakable and Shatter.
Unbreakable
Split.
and Split, and I have not watched either of those.
Oh, you guys gotta
So,
watch it. Really, really good movie.
I'm not a huge fan of M. Night Shyamalan stuff.
fan.
Shyamalan because he's really only made 2 good movies in his career, and that's The Sixth Sense and apparently Split, which I haven't seen.
Yeah.
So
Well, he made The Village, but I don't
nobody thinks that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, see, the problem with M. Night Shyamalan is he's like, I have to have a twist. And everyone's like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
he's like, I need a twist. It's got to have a twist. And
There's a
everybody's like,
pretzel twist.
and
right
everybody's just like, Shyamalan, stop. Just make a good film. And he's like, twist.
Oh, wait, wasn't he in The Mist as well? The Mist?
I don't know. Was that a Shyamalan
I
one?
want to say that's M.
don't
Night
think it was.
Shyamalan.
Either way.
Shyamalan.
I mean, I won't.
That was a good
So
movie,
what if
though.
it's only 15 minutes? Do you think, now let me ask this based off of that. Do you think when the toy line comes out, we get any spoilers from that? Like when the toy line came out for Infinity War, there were some, not major ones, but like that Stormbreaker was going to have Groot's arm as the, nothing massive, but little. Do you think that Disney's going to allow even stuff like that to be put out there?
I think it's going to be very tight-lipped. I don't think they're going to allow any Lego leaks.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but Lego is famous for
Being stupid.
Their Lego sets being
Yeah.
leaked online for especially Marvel movies, showing either a final
Or
battle,
just literally being released and coming out before a...
right, and they just show something that is
Shouldn't
part
be
of the
shown.
movie they shouldn't have shown yet.
Right.
I think, especially the way Disney has played this, everything is very tight-lipped. To be honest, even the set photos that leaked a year ago, I don't think those leaked without Disney's knowledge.
No, I don't think they
I
did
think-
either.
Oh, yeah.
Even if Marvel did it just for misdirection, it wouldn't have surprised me. But I do think that nothing has come out about this movie that Disney
One
has
day
not
of
allowed.
filming, the directors and everybody got everybody together and they said, we're going to put you in these things and put this on you and take set photos to put out to the public.
Right.
And
Oh,
this
yeah,
isn't in the movie at all.
see,
I would not put that past Disney to
The
have
thing
done.
is, they also
Oh, yeah.
did that with Yondu when they
Yep.
started filming Infinity War. They released or leaked set photos of Yondu
Yondu.
on the set.
and he was
and then,
dead.
And then he died in Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. I think
Spoiler alert!
it's been out long enough. But I do
I'm just
think
joking.
I do think Marvel would do something like that and say, these were just released so you would think of the wrong things and we're going to do something totally different.
Yep.
Just-
Now, I don't think they can do that with the toys because people would get mad if they bought toys.
Right.
But set photos and stuff like that, yeah.
But, and man, everything I hear about this
I have
movie-
sweaty feet. You want to go?
I just thought
everything I hear about this movie is absolutely incredible. And even
okay.
every time I watch the movie, I think back over different scenes in the past, little things in Avengers 1 when Cap tells Iron Man he's not the one willing to make the sacrifice play and stuff like that. All I think is, is this going to come full circle and he's going to be the one to lay down on the wire? Well,
No, he would just cut the wire.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just things like that. I wonder if Marvel's going to come full circle developing these characters where they've changed so much since the beginning that they're doing these things. They
Marvel's
said
just
they
going
were
to
do.
die.
Well, here's the thing for me, and I think this is for a lot of Marvel fans. When they come out with the Captain Marvel movie, and I've said this before in previous podcasts, they need to make it so big and so overcoming with, and I hate using the phrase quirky Marvel comedy, because they always put it in every movie since Thor Ragnarok now. I hope
Yes
that they don't
and no,
do
because
it.
Infinity War doesn't have as much of it. It has it in the right spots. But
Yes,
yeah,
but
I
it's
agree.
still in
And I
the
think
movie.
well, let's jump onto that because I think we saw some of that in the new trailer.
Yes.
So yesterday, during the third quarter of the national championship game, college football national championship game, they released a new trailer, which they had been talking about for weeks, that it's going to have an exclusive look. And I was like, are they really going to have an exclusive look? Because I watched almost every Monday Night Football game this year, and they were like, oh, we have an exclusive look at this video game or this movie. And it was literally a trailer that had come out 2 months before. And I'm like, that's not an exclusive look. And then I'm watching the game, and they're during halftime, they're like, here's 2 minutes of behind-the-scenes stuff. And I'm like, is that the exclusive look? Really? And then they were like, no, we have a trailer. And it was a trailer. I think it was the best of the 3 trailers to come out.
Yes.
And I think it showed some of that quippiness. I was talking to Drucker about this as we were